When I first watched the recent episode, Road to Friendship, I laughed and laughed hard because it was one of the best shout-out episodes I've seen. Not just from MLP, but from cartoons in general. I watched some review videos that came out, and I was surprised that no one mentioned what I thought was the obvious inspiration for the episode. Even on TV tropes, there was just one brief little mention. Then I realized that maybe not many people in the Brony fandom are old movie buffs. So, let me give you a little backstory. In the mid-20th century, two huge names in American entertainment were Bob Hope and Bing Crosby. Bob Hope was a comedic actor who got his start in vaudeville, had a successful movie career, and was one of the pioneers of early television. To this day, he holds the record for hosting the Academy Awards more than anyone else. Bing Crosby was an incredibly prolific singer and actor. He starred in a load of hit movies and was an extremely popular singer. Today, he is probably best known for singing the song White Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.
Bob Hope and Bing Crosby did a popular series of buddy road trip movies known as the Road series. They all had titles like Road to Singapore, Road to Zanzibar, etc. In each movie, Hope and Crosby would play best friends who, for one reason or another, would end up traveling to some far-off exotic location and get into shenanigans. Along the way, they would meet a beautiful woman played by Dorothy Lamour and fight over her, but they'd all be friends again by the end. The movies didn't exactly have any sort of continuity since the actors played different characters each time, and each movie took place separate from the others, but there were tropes and running gags that went through the entire series, and each one followed basically the same formulas. And as you might be able to guess by now, this entire episode was one big shout-out to the entire series. Practically everything that happened in the episode was a direct reference to the Road movies. The episode starts off with Trixie and Starlight performing together. The movies frequently featured Hope and Crosby performing for an audience, and in some movies they were entertainers by profession. The plot kicks off with Trixie deciding to go to the far-off land of Saddle Arabia and asking her best friend to join her. As I said before, every movie featured the two buddies going to some exotic location. Now, given that most of the movies were released in the 1940s, the portrayal of various native cultures can be questionable. Along the way, Starlight and Trixie get on each other's nerves, bicker, and even betray each other's trust. Hope and Crosby's characters always had a slightly vitriolic edge to their friendship. They positively had each other's backs when it counted, but they wouldn't hesitate to give each other a hard time and even double-cross each other occasionally. Did it seem like a bit of a character regression when Starlight traded away Trixie's wagon? That was exactly the kind of stunt Hope and Crosby's characters routinely pulled.
Where'd you get the dough? My ring. You hocked my ring.
Well, you never look good in it anyhow.
There you are, monsieur.
Oh, thank you. I'll take those things.
Yeah, now wait a minute. Whose money paid for him?
One point where the episode does depart from the source material is the fact that in the Road series, a lot of the bickering was based in love triangles, where MLP doesn't feature much romance. I mentioned before that in every movie, Hope and Crosby would meet a beautiful woman played by Dorothy Lamour. She often drove the plot, and the two men would fight over her. I would guess that Hufar is meant to be the Dorothy Lamour counterpart in this episode. There's no love triangle, but he does drive much of the plot and conflict in the story, same as Lamour's characters usually did. Even the song is a direct reference to the song Hope and Crosby sang in Road to Morocco. Just listen to the two side by side.
We're off on the road to friendship. Our ride might be tiny and small. It's walking though, eh, Trix? I am walking.
We're off on the road to Morocco. This taxi is tough on the spine.
Beats the bus, huh, Junior?
Beats me.
We're off on the road to friendship. Yes, we are. We've each got the other to blame. Any trip can be exhausting if you make a fuss. But we get on so well that there's no way that could be us.
We're off on the road
to Morocco, and somewhere I feel kind of numb. For any villains we may meet, we haven't any fear. Paramount will protect us 'cause we're signed for 5 more years.
We're so tight, we can't move around. Like a race where you tie your hooves together and have to move in perfect synchronization to win. We're friendship bound. Or like a buddy movie where the two protagonists can't get away from each other because they're wearing hookups. We're friendship bound.
We certainly do get around. Like a complete set of Shakespeare that you buy at the corner drugstore for $1.98. We're Morocco bound. Or like a volume of Omar Khayyam that you buy at a department store at Christmas time for your cousin Julia. We're Morocco bound.
Oh, and did you notice that they had Cadence in the episode just so she and Twilight could do Sunshine, Sunshine, even though they haven't done it in ages? A running gag all through the Road series was Hope and Crosby playing patty cake together. Of course, when Hope and Crosby did it, it usually ended in people getting hurt. Slapstick was very popular in the 40s.
Patty cake, baker's man. Bake a cake as fast as you can. Patty cake, baker's man. Bake a cake as fast as you can.
Patty cake, baker's man. Bake a cake as fast as you.
There were a couple other nice little touches, too. The Road movies always used to incorporate fourth wall jokes. MLP is no stranger to breaking the fourth wall, but this seemed a little on the nose.
Thank goodness we're not like Twilight or the others. They'd probably sing a song about it.
She's gonna sing, folks. Now's the time to go out and get the popcorn.
But maybe the best thing here is how seamlessly the writers integrated everything together. Sometimes inside jokes and shout-outs don't work so well because people who don't get the reference are left feeling like they missed out on a joke. I mentioned before that I've watched reviews where people obviously didn't know what the episode was based on, but the reviews were still positive. That shows how well the episode meshed the Road movies with the ponies. You know, I highly doubt whether any of the show creators will see this video, but if any of them do, I want them to know that I love how much effort they put into this tribute to classic cinema.
Off on the road to Morocco. Hang on till the end of the line. I hear this country's where they do the dance of the 7 bells. We tell you more, but we would have the censor on our tails.